trades, master of none here. We're going to install a new sink faucet. We're going to take out the old one. We're going to install a new. We're going to take out the old. We're going to install a new one. And I'm going to show you step by step. Show you step by step how that's done. Let's see what we got in the box. Okay, so you have the whole faucet ensemble here in the box. Together. Here are the tools that you're going to need. Some Teflon tape, wrench, some plumber's putty, and here I have a basin wrench. Okay. Now this particular sink comes with its own special wrench to adjust this screw down, which will hold the faucet set steady to the sink. Okay, so that's what that's for. All right, let's get started. First thing to do is to turn off your water supply, hot and cold. Okay, with those off, open up the faucets, make sure anything is inside is drained out. Okay, let's go ahead, get a wrench and start taking out disconnecting the water supply. Like so. Oh, let's get something to catch that water. Get yourself something to catch the water. I got the faucets open top side, relieve any pressure, and then just go ahead and loosen up your bolts. Okay. Just keep turning those until you get them all the way out. And let the excess water just go ahead and drip down. Okay, so now you got your hot water. Your hot water is normally on your left side. Now let's move over to the cold water valve and just repeat the same thing. I'll try and leave that underneath. Position the cup so it catches the water. Pull back any drawers that may be in the way. Just go ahead and start loosening. Same way we did on the other side. Turning until you're able to finish up with your hands. water drip down. And there you go. Okay, so now that we've got those loosened, there's a few different things you can do here now. You can disconnect your drain line here from the sink, and once you do that, you can disconnect here the ball cock inside of the sink that opens and closes the stop valve inside. Disconnect all that, and then you can actually pull the whole sink out and work on it, you know, in a whole different area. Take it to another room or something to that effect. Or we can disconnect everything, and then with the basin wrench, we'll reach up underneath and disconnect the bolts that hold from underneath the sink. Okay, so let's go ahead and disconnect. Okay, so I'm going to take this out right here. Separate these two. Got that done. Take this out. We talked about taking this out. This controls the stop up, the drain stop inside. All right, we'll take that out. And actually what you could do here is disconnect it from here as well. Pull it this way, get that out. Then we could take this out. Okay. Now you go ahead and you take out the actual faucet bolts from the top. And that's where your crescent wrench, your basin wrench will come in. Now with those nuts loosened, should be able to, oh wait, take that out. With all that out, we should be able to pull the sink right up through the top. Everything. So the next action to take is to take up the old piece. Remove any old residue. And everything nice and good. Okay guys, according to the user manual, you're not going to need to use any putty. I like to use putty for all plumbing installations of this type, but since it's not required, let's remove the putty out of our equation. Let's go ahead and take this piece and set it at the sink where it's going to be, where it's going to live. And now I'm going to slip the supply hoses through the hole shortly, but let's look at step number 2 here. It's showing you how to make the connection down below. So what we'll do is we'll take those pieces, we'll disconnect them from the body of the unit. See them here? We'll disconnect that so that we can install and do it as it says in step number 2. So let's do that. Okay, let's go ahead and feed our supply hoses through. And just position that right about where it's going to be. Doesn't that just look great? Let's now take the other end, which is here, and that indicates our next phase. Step 2, we're going to go below and we're going to start to tighten that. And this here, folks, is where I say it may be easier for you to just take the whole sink, lift it out, and do this installation. So you won't have to go underneath and do it from underneath like I'm going to do. That could be very awkward. So guys, as you can see, I'm underneath, and this is gonna be very difficult, 1, to video, and 2, for me to make this connection comfortably from underneath here. So I'm gonna see if I can link it first, and then I'll get back to shooting it. I'm trying to fit this around the tubes and straight up and then through the hole, and I'm gonna do that, and then I'll come back. My goal is to use the tool that they supplied us with, which is right here, to go ahead and tighten these pieces together. But we want to be gentle. We don't want to crack the sink, as it is porcelain. All right, so I think that's probably going to be good. I'm going to go up top and feel it just to see where we are and look at the positioning. Everything from the top looks good. I'll give it another light tightening. I'm being very careful. I don't want to over tighten. I'm very nervous, and I think that's going to be enough. Let's stop there. Well, I'm going to do a little bit more because it's moving. I'm able to move it too easily at the top. I don't like that at all. So let me just a little bit more. Very careful. That's going to be enough. We're not going to over tighten this. We're not going to break it. That's going to be enough. Okay guys, next step is to connect the hot and cold valves. Connect the hot and cold water supplies. I always like to use Teflon tape. I believe for this connection, you may not particularly have to use it. It may not be, I don't think it's an absolute requirement, but I'm a fan of the Teflon tape. So even though it can be awkward to use, I'm going to use it. You don't have to. Okay. Well, there we go with that. Get warm. And that's enough. I just want to get something on there. And this is hot water, so that's going to be red. I'm going to put red here. And let's line that up. And connect that. Start screwing that in. Okay. And let's do the same thing for the cold. Just like to get it started. That's good. That's enough. Let's grab our cold water supply line and let's get it started here. Once you get it started, just keep turning. Now that we have that done, you can either get a crescent wrench or some sort of a wrench and just tighten very carefully without over tightening these two bolts. So I hand tighten first. Now I'm coming back behind with this to tighten. And ultimately I'll turn on the water and use the water to also help guide me where when the leak stops, then I know that I've tightened it enough, because these are easy to over tighten and you don't want to over tighten these. Guys, I just want to throw in, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please go ahead. If you're getting some value out of this content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button now. This is not easy to do this and record this, and I'm doing this to help you guys out, just as many people have done a lot of similar videos like these and has helped me out. So feed what's feeding you. Thanks, guys. Back to the program. Next step, we did the hot cold. Turn your page. Now we're going to do the drain valve here. We're going to do the installation for that. So I'll break everything down and then I'll connect that drain valve. Okay, so this is piece number 1. This little rubber piece up here is piece number 2. Then this will be piece number 3. This will go at the bottom of the sink. And then this will be number 4. This will tighten everything up. So I'm gonna put these in from the top. First, we're gonna pull out the old piece that's in the sink. So let's go ahead and get that out. From the bottom, I'll work on that. Okay, so from underneath, just take out this big nut that's here. Just unscrew it. Okay. Unscrew this nut under here. And these sometimes everything doesn't go according to the way you planned it. So I want to show you. This thing is giving me a bit of a hard time, so I'm just grabbing it from here with my pliers and turning it from the bottom to unscrew it. Okay, so now I got it out. So it's giving me a little challenge. I wanted to show you how I handle that. Now from this point, you just go ahead and clean it out. Clean out your sink. Get rid of all that putty, all that plumber's putty that's in there. Get it out. Get it nice and dry, nice and clean. No problems with your new installation. Okay guys, so you already know that in a case like this I like to use my putty around here, but this unit has its own rubber seal here. So I don't generally like to do this, but I'm going to try and see how this works out. I'm going to go ahead and put this in and install it with its own seal and see if that does the job and protects us against leakage. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and drop that down in there. This is just a protector for the top. If you look on here, we are at this step now, step 7, because we just finished step 6, so we're at step 7. Drop that in the hole, put the rubber seal in there, and then we're going to go on to step 8, which we're going to start attaching these pieces from the bottom. They're going to go like this. First the rubber, and then we're going to screw it upward from the bottom. Right? So let's go down below. Okay, so here we are down below now. Here is pieces that I need to install. Just need to screw up. Okay, now that that's connected, let us make our final connections here down below. So I'm gonna need to collapse this. This should be able to collapse. Well, that's weird. This thing would normally collapse. All right, I'm gonna have to right, hold on a second. Let's take this way. All right, and then let me push this up. Oops. Push this up. Okay. This that way. All right. Okay. Let's line this up. Let's tighten this up. And then let's do the same here. Let me center this. Get this into position. Tighten this down. Okay. Just get everything nice and tight. Hand tighten. And once I hand tighten pretty good, I can do a final twist with the wrench, just slightly. Nothing crazy, just, okay, that's enough. Same thing here. Just a nice slight turn. Not even. Okay, so we got that. Now, let me clean this up. Just drop that down in there. I think it just pushes in. See how that's gonna work? Okay, so here we're gonna turn on the valves and we're gonna look for leaks. I'll start with the hot. I have my wrench is ready. I have it right here. I'm ready to tighten if I see any water, which I don't. Now I'm going to turn on cold. And I don't see any visible leak here, so that looks good. Now, top side, I'm going to set the stop valve, and I'm going to turn the water on. Let out the pressure, and I'm going to let that water, I'm going to let it catch in the sink first. Looking to see if that water is holding. I believe it is. All right, so I'm gonna open up hot and cold. Let that run. It looks like it's holding. I'm gonna hit that. Push button. The water's gonna go down, but I wanna look underneath and see if there's any leak. So I'm gonna do it quickly so you can see top and bottom. Here's top. I'm doing a click. Water's heading down. I don't see anything leaking here. Water's draining fine here. I'm continuing to look down here. I don't see any leaks. Everything here looks good. Okay, so we're gonna call this a done deal. I'm gonna clean everything up here, and we're gonna move on. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. Give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the video so I can produce more videos like this for you. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. And around.